Welcome to the Daily Holy Story. 1 year before Sukkot, in the city of Berditchev, there was no Etrogim found. Not even one Etrog for all the people in Berditchev. So, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak from Berditchev told his people to go try to find the Etrog in the streets of Berditchev. Lo and behold, his Hasidim went out and they found a man that had an Etrog. Only problem was he was traveling through Berditchev to go to his hometown to spend with his family Sukkot. So they asked him to stay in Berditchev and he didn't agree. So they brought the man to Rabbi Levi Yitzchak. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak begged the man to stay. He said, no, I have to go to my family to spend Sukkot with my wife and children. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak promised him, I promise you, you'll have wealth and you'll have many children. The man said to Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, I already have children, I have a wife, I have the money I need, I pay my bills, I want to go back home. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak turns to him and tells him, you know what? If you stay in Berditchev with your Etrog, so that everybody in this town can use it on Sukkot, I promise you that you will be next to me in Gan Eden. When Rabbi Levi Yitzchak said that, the man was moved and he agreed to stay in Berditchev for Sukkot. Well, when Sukkot came, and now everybody had an Etrog to use, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak went to all his Hasidim and he told them, make sure that on the first night of Sukkot, nobody invites this man to their sukkah. Do not allow him into your sukkah. So, on the first night of Sukkot, after the man went to shul, he comes back to his hotel, and he's seated in the room. There's wine, there's candles, there's chali, and hot food. He wonders to himself, is there no sukkah in this hotel? He goes out, and he sees the sukkah with the owner of the hotel and his whole family in the sukkah. He tries to enter the sukkah, and they stop him. They told him, you can't come in. He says, why? They told him, you can't come in. Not in the sukkah. So he starts going from house to house in Berditchev to try to get into a sukkah. And nobody would let him into a sukkah. Until he finally finds out that was the order of Rabbi Levi Yitzchak in Berditchev, not to allow him into any sukkah. So he runs to the house of Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, and he tells him, Rebbe, I want to eat in the sukkah. Please, let me into the sukkah. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak turns to him and says, if you want to eat in my sukkah, then you have to forgive me for the promise I gave you that you'll be next to me in Gan Eden. Now the man was perplexed. What am I going to do? On the one hand, I want to be next to Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, Berditchev in Gan Eden. On the other hand, I never had a Sukkot in my life that I didn't eat in a Sukkah. What am I going to do? He turns to Rabbi Levi Yitzchak and he says, you know what? I give up the promise of Gan Eden. I won't be next to you in Gan Eden. I want to eat in the Sukkah. Immediately, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak opened the door of the Sukkah and let the man in. Then, after he ate in the Sukkah, the next day, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak calls him over and he tells him, now, I want you to know that when I promised you a place in Gan Eden next to me, you were going to earn it free. Heskir. Why? Because you just stayed in town with your Etrog. But now that you were willing to give it up because of the mitzvah of Sukkah, now you earn the Gan Eden next to me, and I give you back the promise that you will be next to me in Gan Eden. Because you did a mitzvah with Mesirut Nefesh. Thank you for listening, and have a lovely, lovely day.